Hello everyone, my name is Leanne and today is day 5 of our split challenge. If you made it this far, congratulations. That really says a lot about your commitment and consistency. And so I'm really excited to share with you the final day of the split challenge. This video will be a little bit longer than the other ones, but as always, longer commitments come with a greater reward. So we'll go ahead and get started. Make sure to grab for either 2 blocks or your books and a strap or a long sleeve. That will be our equipment today. Once you have your equipment, we'll go ahead and get started on your backs. Grab one of your blocks and place it between your inner thighs, slightly below the knees. So sometimes I see students place the block right at where their knees start. Bring it a little bit further down so you're like at the center of your thighs. Once you have that, arms go by your side, press your heels into the mat and start to lift your hips all the way up into a bridge pose. Heels down, knees forward, glutes squeeze up. If you ever have pain in your back from this, I want you to release the activation of the glutes a little bit, ease off. And if you still have pain in your back, skip this portion of the class. Now, with your block, squeeze your inner thighs in tightly. So we're really getting your inner thighs nice and active. This will help support your bridge. Take your glutes and lift them up an inch, hold it. Lift your glutes up another inch and then down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. We'll pulse this at this pace, not rushing it, keeping it slow and controlled. We'll do 5 more, press up, 4, press up, 3, squeeze, 2, squeeze, hold at the top for 1, squeeze and hold. Take your inner thighs now, squeeze them in towards the block, slightly release. Squeeze into the block and we'll pulse into the block now. 4, 5, we're doing 10 total, 6, 7, 8, pulse for 9, pulse for 10. Squeeze and hold the block, lift your hips a little higher. Weight will go into your right foot and you'll extend your left leg long. Hips stay lifted, right glute squeezes, and then lower the hips down, lift the hips up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, hold at the top for 5. Squeeze your inner thighs together with the left leg lifted. Squeeze in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your left foot, squeeze the glutes up, squeeze your inner thighs together. You got this, stick with it. There will be a break soon. Weight in your left heel, right leg lifts. Lower the hips all the way down, lift up. That's 1. Lift for 2. Lift for 3. Lift for 4. Lift and hold for 5. You're squeezing your inner thighs together with your right leg lifted. Pulse for 10, 9, 8. Squeeze in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your right foot. Squeeze the glutes up. Squeeze the inner thighs and release your hips down. Take the block, remove it from your inner thighs. Grab for the outer edge of your right foot or behind your right thigh for an inner thigh stretch. Knee to armpit, option to extend the left leg long onto the mat. Breathe in. Pull your right knee in nice and close to your armpit on your exhale. Might feel a little burn through the stretch. And then drop your right knee over to your left side for a twist. Look over towards your right. Bring your hips back through center. Right knee is bent. Grab for the outer edge of your left foot or behind your left thigh for your half happy baby pose. An option to extend your right leg onto the mat. Breathe in. Pull your left knee nice and deep towards your armpit on your exhale. Also press your right thigh down into the mat so your right leg is still active. We really isolate the stretch to your left inner thigh. And drop your left knee over to the right across your body and look over to your left for your twist. Place your hips back into the mat, knees bent, feet down. We have one more shorter series on your back here. Press the heels down, lift your hips up, back into your bridge. We're doing this without a block right now, but I still want you to think of hugging your inner thighs together and then squeezing your glutes up. So if your knees go back past hip width distance towards the outer edges, I want you to hug them in hip width and then lift your hips up. We'll start with right heel down and extend your left leg all the way straight up to the ceiling. Flex your left foot, and I want you to pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold at the top for 1. Point your left toe, lower your left leg towards your right knee, kick it up. Lower and lift. That's 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold your left leg up at the top for 10. Now pulse your left leg in close towards you. This may start to stretch your left hamstring. We'll pulse it in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Control it. 3, 2, 1. Left foot down. Squeeze your glutes. Hips lift. Weight goes into your left foot. Right leg lifts up. Pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Flex your right foot. Now point your right toes. Lower towards your left knee. Kick up. Lower and lift. Keep your left glute nice and strong. Control your movement. Relax your face. We got 4 more. 3, 2, hold at the top for 1. Final push. You'll pulse your right leg in towards you for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot lowers. Lift your hips up and release down. Feet together, knees open for reclined bound angle. Breathe in. Let that all go on your exhale out. Close your knees in together. Place your hands to your knees and let's make some knee circles in one direction and reverse the direction. Great. Lower your left foot onto the mat, grab for behind your right thigh. Pull your right thigh close towards your chest, and as we do this exercise, I want you to keep the right thigh, the top of your right leg still the whole time, so we'll really isolate the stretch to the back of your right knee. You'll flex your right foot, kick your right leg or right heel all the way to the ceiling to where you feel the stretch. Then you'll point your right toes and lower. Flex your foot, kick all the way up, feel the stretch at the top, point and lower. Keep going at this pace. Really feel for the stretch. Remember to point and then lower. That was 3. We're doing 10 total. So option to keep your left foot into the mat or option to extend your left leg all the way long onto the mat. This will make it a little bit deeper. Kick up for 6, point to lower. If your left leg is long, make sure you keep your left foot flexed and your left thigh engaged. You're hugging your left thigh up towards the ceiling, so your all 5 left toes face up. Kick up for 9, point to lower. Flex, kick all the way up and hold this time and release your entire right leg long for a stretch. So you can either have your hands behind your right calf, or you can reach for your strap or your shirt of some sort and wrap your strap around your right foot. And we'll hold here for a static hold. And as you do this, I want you to be aware of your hips. Keep wrapping the right glute down and lifting the left glute up. So you keep those nice squared hips, just like what you would in your split. Breathe in and breathe out. Ankle circles. You'll circle your toes in one direction to get through your ankle. And then reverse the direction. Come back to stillness. Start to kick your right foot into your strap. And if your hand is behind your right calf, I want you to bring it up to the back of your foot. You can also use your strap too. So start to kick up. I want you to basically pull your strap or your hands away from you. Try to escape from the strap with all the active pressing up. And then I want you to release that activation and allow your hamstring to relax back into the stretch. So soften and ease. One more time. Kick all the way up for 5, 4, keep kicking, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Pull your right leg in towards you for the stretch. We'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your right foot down. Bend the right knee, right foot into your mat. Pull your left knee into your chest. Grab for behind your left thigh. And again, your options are your right foot stays in the mat or your right leg extends long. You'll flex your left foot, kick all the way up, point, and lower. Flex, kick up, point, and lower. Stick to this pace. We don't want to rush our hamstring stretch. We really want to feel each part of the stretch through the movement. And it's even nice to hold at the top for just an added second to really get the peak of the stretch. Your left thigh is staying locked towards your body. And so even as you kick up, don't focus on straightening the leg. If it means your thigh pulls away from you, don't straighten the leg as much. Kick to the point where if you kick anymore, then you'd have to release your thigh, but don't go further than that. Kick up, point, and lower. 3 more. Flex, kick up, point, and lower. Stick with it. Flex, kick up, point, and lower. Flex, kick up, hold it here. Now release your left leg to be completely straight with, of course, a slight bend in your left knee, so we're never hyperextending. And grab for your strap or take your hands behind your left calf or wherever and start to pull your left leg in towards you for your static stretch. I want you to wrap the left hip down. So notice if your left outer hip is pointing out to the left. I want you to spin everything downwards while pulling the right hip up. Your right pinky toe faces to the ceiling. And your belly pulls away from your left thigh. We'll add in your ankle circles. Circle in one direction. Take this nice and slow so we get through the different parts of your hamstrings with these circles. Stretch in different angles. And reverse your circles. Good, and come back to stillness. Start to kick your left foot into the strap. Kick up, up, and up like you're trying to pull it away from you. Burst free, and then relax the kick and let your left leg come towards you for the stretch. I want the muscles to relax here as your leg pulls in. Last round, kick up for 5, 4, keep kicking, 3, 2, make it count, kick a little harder, 1. Now relax. Relax your hamstrings as your leg pulls in. Relax for 5, 4, find the ease here, 3, keep breathing, 2, and 1. Release your strap, release your left foot down, and plant your right foot into the mat. Pull your knees in towards your chest, rock forward and back a few times. That feels nice, and rock your way to a seat. Tabletop pose, hands plant in front of you, bring your knees back. Spread your fingers wide, hips and knees stack. Arch your spine for a cow, so the belly will dip, hug your shoulders back, pull your chest through, and round your spine for your cat. Let the crown of your head release. Last one, inhale to arch, belly dips, pull the fingers back to pull your chest forward, and exhale to round your spine. Navel in, look between your inner thighs. Come back to a nice neutral tabletop. I'm just going to face this way for a brief moment so you can see my right leg. So you'll take your right leg and kick your right heel up to the ceiling. Open out to the right. Lower the right knee down. Kick up, around to the right, and lower. So we're doing your knee circles here. And really control the movement like you're moving through cement. And release your right knee back down. We'll reverse the circle, circle out to the right, and up, and down. Out to the right, kick up, and down. 3 more, open up, kick up, and down. Keep sticking with it. Nice big circles. Circle up and down. Take your right knee, open out to the right for your fire hydrant, and lower. Lift and lower. Make sure you keep your weight in your right hand and you don't just dump over to the left. Lower belly pulls in. We have 3 more. Last 2. Lift for 1. Release and extend your right leg long behind you. Right pinky toe dials down. Curl your left toes. Lift your left knee up. Right leg goes up into a 3-legged dog. Going to switch this way now. So your right leg is up. Bend your right knee. Open up your hip. Right knee points to the ceiling. Right heel goes towards your left glute. And allow the hip to really open here. You can add in a calf stretch by letting your left heel melt towards the mat. It doesn't have to touch. When we press the left heel down, it gets your calf muscle. Re-extend your right leg back up to the ceiling. Exhale, right knee towards your nose. Step your right foot between your thumbs. Option to have your 2 blocks underneath your hands. You'll start to lower your left knee down, but it doesn't touch the mat, and you'll hug your shoulders back. On your exhale, pyramid pose. Both legs lengthen, hips pull back, chest pulls forward. Right knee bends through a low lunge, shoulders back. Exhale into a pyramid. We'll do 3 more. Low lunge, shoulders back. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Last one, come into your low lunge. The purpose of this is to get a hip flexor stretch. And then exhale into your pyramid to stretch out your hamstrings. Think of pulling your chest forward instead of rounding your spine. In opposition, the hips pull back, lower belly hugs in. And now rebend your right knee, set your blocks aside, downward facing dog. Drop your knees down to a tabletop pose. Arch your spine for a cow, look forward. And round your spine for a cat. Come back to neutral tabletop. Kick your left leg long behind you with your knee bent. Open out to the left. Release the left knee down. Circle up, around, and lower. Up to your left and lower. 2 more, lift up to your left and down. Really feel the left glute activate as you kick up, over, and down. We'll reverse. Open out to your left first, circle up and down. Mindful to not dump in the shoulders. Keep your weight evenly distributed between your hands. And we'll do 2 more. Last one, open out to the left, kick it up and lower. Left knee opens to the left for your fire hydrant. Flex your left foot and lower. Lift and lower. Lift, lower. Keep going. You can also use your core in this. Watch your shoulders that you're not dumping. We have 3 more. Whew. Stick with it. 2. Last lift, lower. Extend the left leg long behind you. Dial the left pinky toes down. Curl your right toes. 3-legged dog, hips press up. Left leg is high. Bend your left knee, open up your hip. Left knee points to the ceiling. An option to have the right heel melt down towards the mat for a nice deep hip stretch or calf stretch. And kick your left leg back long. Dial the left pinky toe down. Exhale, knee to nose, come forward. Step your left foot through. Option to have your blocks here. Low lunge, shoulders hug back, chest forward, and pyramid, legs lengthen. Low lunge on your inhale. Exhale to your pyramid. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, pyramid. Left knee bends. Inhale. Exhale, pyramid. Last one. Really get into your right hip flexor, chest forward. And pyramid, hold here for a moment. Hips pull back, chest pulls forward. Belly pulls in and rebend your left knee. Downward facing dog. Left foot steps back. Shake it out. Shift your gaze forward between your thumbs. Walk your feet to your hands, top of your mat. Halfway lift, spine will lengthen. Forward fold, exhale. Bend your knees. Do belly to thighs, hips lower. Arms reach up. Keep your hips low as you come to your chair pose. Weight is in your heels. Bring your hands towards your heart space. Place the weight in your right foot. Hook left ankle, right knee for figure 4 chair. And option to have hands on the floor or blocks for support. I'd rather you get the hip stretch right now in your outer hip versus trying to fall out a million times and come back in. Let's just stabilize with blocks if needed. Or if you feel pretty stable, hold here with hands at your heart space, hips back. Good. Keep your right big toe down for support. And now rise up with your left knee to your chest and start to kick your left leg behind you. Hinge forward for your warrior 3. And again, if you don't feel stable, hands can be on the blocks for supported warrior 3. Just really dial your left hip down, pull your belly in. And with control, high lunge pose, left foot steps back, arms reach up, hips are low, warrior 2. Right knee will bend, left heel is grounded. Hips are open towards the long side of your mat. Take your right palm and reverse. Reach up and back with your right arm towards the back of your mat and cartwheel your hands down to frame your right foot at the top of your mat. Set your blocks aside if you had them. 3-legged dog. You'll kick your right leg all the way up to the ceiling. Right knee to your left tricep. Cross your body to the left. Hold it here and extend your right leg long to the left for a fallen triangle. Right hand down, left arm lifts, hips lift. Now you'll start to pull your hips back. Lift your right leg up and lower. Lift up and lower. 3 more. 2 and 1. 3-legged dog, the left hand down, right leg all the way up. Bend your right knee, open up your hip again. An option to take a flip dog. Your right foot will step over to your left. Knees will face up, hips will lift. Open your chest. Good, and downward facing dog. Right hand down, hips back up. Breathe in, breathe out. Gaze forward, step or hop feet to hands, top of your mat. Halfway lift, spine lengthens, forward fold on your exhale. Bend your knees, belly to thighs, hips back, arms up, chair pose. Bring your hands to your heart space, hook your right ankle to your left knee. And again, you can use your blocks here for support in your balance. Hips pull back, chest forward, stick with it, or have your hands at your heart space. Good. Rise with your right knee to your chest. Kick your right leg back, warrior three. Chest hovers forward above your mat. Right pinky toe dials down, shoulders hug down your back. High lunge, left knee bends, arms reach up to the ceiling, hips are nice and low. Warrior two, right heel grounds down as the hips open. Flip your left palm up, reverse. Let's do no weight on the right hand as the left arm reaches back. Low lunge to the front of your mat. Hands frame your left foot. Set your blocks aside. Three-legged dog. Left leg will kick up. Hook your left knee to your right tricep across your body. Fallen triangle. Left leg kicks out to the right. Right arm reaches up. So face this way for a moment so you can see me. Now, you start first with hips open. So you lift up and then you close your hips and scoop back. This will allow you to lift your left leg up. Now, if you're not lifting your left leg, even if you start to lift slightly, that counts as one. So let's lift for 5, lower, 4, 3, 2, 1. Three-legged dog, right hand down, left leg kicks back up, bend your left knee, stack open your hip. You can stay here or take a flip dog by stepping to your right, knees point up, hips lift. Open your chest, really reach through your left arm. In downward facing dog, left hand grounds down, hips pull up. Breathe in. In, exhale. Drop your knees down for a tabletop. And arch your spine for a cow, belly drops. Round your spine for a cat. Come back to a neutral spine. And take your right foot, step it outside your right hand. You'll walk your left knee back to lower your left hip into a lizard lunge. You can either stay on your hands or come to your forearms to deepen. You can also place blocks underneath your forearms. Push down into your right big toe, so we'll keep all 5 toes down for this round and pull your chest forward. Start to reach your right arm up and all the way back. Option here to bend your left knee for a quad stretch. So you may not reach your left foot, right? But it's okay because if you're not reaching it, you still get the stretch. So you don't have to reach your back foot for the stretch. If you can reach your foot, that's great. Bring the heel closer towards the glute and never force anything. And then make sure you open your right shoulder back. Gently release your left foot down. Lower your right hand down, come to your hands if you're on your forearms, and come back into a tabletop. The right knee will go back, and you'll shake that all out. We'll switch sides. Step your left foot outside your left hand. Walk your right knee back for your lizard. Shoulders hug back, chest forward, and again, you can stay on your hands, come to forearms, or come onto a lax. We hold here for a nice long inhale in and a nice steady exhale out. Start to reach your left arm up and behind you. Option to bend your right knee for a quad stretch. You can reach for your right foot or you don't have to, but keep thinking of melting the right hip down and opening the left part of your chest up and back. Release your right foot, come onto your hands, especially if you're on your forearms, press back up, set blocks aside, and tabletop pose, left knee comes back, shake out your hips. Take a seat. All right, there you have it. Day 5 of the split challenge. We hit all of the areas that we went over in day 1 through day 4. So now the last thing to do is to go to the split video and do your split, celebrate that you made it this far, and remember that split is a consistent practice. So revisit this content over and over again And that's really when you'll start to see the difference, is through the consistency. Again, my name is Leanne. Make sure to like, subscribe to my channel. You're always in the knowing of when new challenges come out, new videos, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Namaste.